Hi guys, Silver here. As always, fashion relate about talking stuff that he really is passionate about. This time it's supposed to be like a vlog video about my visit to the biggest Transformers convention, TFNation 2022. So yeah, what I want to say. Of course, I'm a month late because that's my thing. I'm working without a script, it's all being recorded just as I'm going. TFNation was my plan for vacation this year, but yeah, the travel itself. I flight from Krakow here in Poland, and I just want to say that it was an awful experience. Not due to the flight itself or something, but simply I got like a bit sick before I flew. So like I sneezed so much. My head was hurting. At first I thought I had the funny flu, but it turned out my teeth started to grow. Like they simply decided to grow. And I have a really weak nose. So for me, like growing teeth, it fucks up your whole body. Because it's all interconnected. So when I start sneezing, I sneeze so much it breaks my nose. So I bleed like sick. But yeah. The airport itself, it was my first flight alone. It was my first flight. That's what I wanted to say, and it was terrible. I constantly like screamed in pain. I felt awful. The pressure changes at the airplane didn't help it. Like the only thing that kept me sane was that I download Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun on Netflix. Yeah, but the terror was over. I simply landed in UK. But I was like half asleep through this whole time. My dad simply drove me to his house, where I simply laid in my room there and I fell asleep for like an hour until his girlfriend came in, and she gave me some medicine, and I felt like I was dying in reverse. Suddenly I had all this energy and like, oh, I can't normally exist again. I was so scared that I won't go to TFNation just because a piece of bone decided to suddenly move. But yeah, after that I drove with my father and his friend to Birmingham. He simply left me at my hotel one day before the party started, since he had like some concert or something. I don't know, it's not my deal, but I didn't mind it since I like being alone. I had my cash prepared, I don't remember the budget, and it's even better since I don't want to be like saying how much money I spent. But yeah, it was nice sitting alone in the hotel. I don't remember the name of the hotel, sadly. But it was like near TFNation or something. Starting the okay, now we're on the best part. Starting TFNation, day one. I went in, lots of fun. The only road on my telephone was walking through some closed up bridge. So I was like half an hour walking one place. I noticed the bridge is closed. So I need to go back to the hotel and take a different road that was near a car road. So I was so scared that I simply would like take a one wrong step and get simply blasted. But yeah, at least the good thing is that I found I think like 60 pence on the road. They were simply lying, so that's a plus. And I remember simply walking up to it. It was such a nice feeling, like it was great to see it again. After that I walk into the hotel and look at the map. The map shows that it is the Birmingham Hilton Hotel, but they changed the design so much that for a second I was scared it's a different hotel. Only after walking around a bit I noticed people with TFN shirts and I was like, whew, whew, okay, I didn't get lost. Because like knowing my luck, getting lost in a different country would be a really realistic thing. Yeah, for the first day of TFNation I mostly just kinda sat around in the lounge, since there wasn't that many interesting things that were happening, and I was waiting for my friends from the maniacyfigurek.pl, since they were also the "Hi Toras, when will you finish that chest plate for my Car Robots Black Convoy?"
When?
But yeah, going back, it was mostly a day of simply sitting around the bar and chilling. I picked up the Jurassic Park 2-pack from Pew, since it was bought by a friend of mine. and I was supposed to be the middleman for it. And I simply set it up. That's a great thing about TFNation. You can simply set up a toy, sit in the chair, and people will simply like go up and go, "Ooh, what's this?" It was really nice. I met a bunch of nice people. I don't know if they want to like mention this video, so I'll keep it to myself, but simply, you know who you are great, and I hope that I will see you next year. But yeah, I joined the Matrix test this year with those Polish friends I mentioned, Team Pierogi Sentai, and we didn't even reach third place. Well, like, come on, Chris McFeely is mental with those questions. Like, I'm 100%, he's simply like, in his morning routine, he like shaves and goes about, oh, this one was killed off by cosmically powered Starscream, this one was killed off was cosmically powered Starscream. When he brews up his tea, he goes like, it's hot as Pterosaur's death.
In the second season of Transformers Beast Wars.
After the Matrix test, I still was feeling really bad, so I simply like hobbled over to the driveway and I called myself an Uber, since I couldn't walk by the road again. It was awful. Next day, a friendly person at the hotel, they noticed that I'm going to TFNation, so they told me that if you go further than just the bridge, it's airport. It's like a Birmingham airport, and you simply walk through there and you're on the way. I could have saved like 7 quid and so much time if I just went a bit further yesterday. Oh well, at least I know stuff for the future. But yeah, Saturday it was a big day. Of course, since it's the day that the toys, the places that sell toys, the dealer hall opened, it was great. I loved it. Of course, I will talk about what I got on TFNation, but that will be silver from the past. That was recorded like 3 weeks ago. Sadly, I wasn't on that many of the panels, even though I kind of wanted. But you know, I was too focused. Like, another thing that made this TFNation kind of bad was the humidity. Simply the heat in the UK. Like, I didn't have the energy to walk around everywhere and focus and listen on anything. It was awful. That's why I personally would say that I know. You know what, I will save my final opinions for later. I joined the ClubCon, I noticed the cosplayers, they were really cool. This year I wanted to go as Steve from the accounting, the bot, but sadly my mother didn't allow me to pack in a suit, so... oh well, maybe in the future. Oh yeah. Man, I don't know if I want to like talk too much about the first script on the movie, since it's mental. I loved it, like, but also everyone already talked about it. So, like, I just want to say, I would love for those characters to be like retroactively written back into the Transformers lore. Like, my man Stripes here, he also simply started as like a first draft edition of Steel Joe, but Takara and Hasbro noticed it, so they gave him a toy. Like, everybody loves Tanker, Mentlar. I fucking love the original Springer concept, where he's simply like a buffed up Schwarzenegger type dude that jumped around and simply knocked everyone with his fists. Now thinking, giving him a helicopter mode was a massive nerf, because simply giving him the ability to fly made him much worse. Like, I for sure would love to see Springer use the springs in his legs that he's named after to do the jumping gimmick. It's much more fun. And of course, I love the like, I'm 100%. Can you imagine how different would be like the outlook on giant robots if Transformers the movie kept the original concept, as in Galvatron becoming like partially organic with the Unicron bits? For sure, people then wouldn't like beef so much with Beast Machines and Beast Wars. Because the classic best Transformers movie introduced the concept of biomechanical Transformers first. And of course, also Rails! My reaction at the convention, when they first showed the train, I was like, oh yeah, cool, a Transformer train. When Chris McFeely goes, Optimus calls Transform Alpha, and it turns like a bullet train. I was like, oh, okay, that's also cool. And of course, Chris then goes, you probably thought that Transform Alpha means that there's also a Transform Beta. And he turns the screen, and the giant mural of Rey simply poof, ice was. You know how different would be like the mecha fandom if in the Transformers 86 movie we had a flying hover train that's also a robot snake? Because these days most people meme on Transformer trains. They are weak, by the way. Transformer trains are the best. Like robot trains are awesome, and Americans don't know how much they are losing, but can you imagine how different would the world be if the mecha, like the giant robot genre, had normalized robot trains? We would like see Tokyuja's adaptation by now, I'm sure of it. Sorry if I got really hyped about this. So yeah, sadly I didn't stay for the Gary Chalk thing. I was way too tired. Oh yeah, by the way, Gary Chalk. It was kind of sad that he took money for signs, since I had a lot of stuff prepared to get signed by him, since Armada Prime was my childhood. I had like DVDs from Beast Machines and Armada, the PS2 game. Thank God they at least explained it, so I got a free picture and a free print, but I will talk about that later. So yeah, I didn't stay for the Gary Chalk thing since I was still feeling a bit sick and I had like all the toys with me, so I simply decided to Uber back home. Later on the Sunday, it was mostly a chilling out day, simply met with the friends that I met back there. By the way, I just want to say the mother of one of you is the greatest. Respect your mother. But yeah, it was most like chilling out. I walk around, bought some more additional stuff. But it was mostly like sitting down with friends and playing with the stuff that we already had. So yeah, I was like I saw a bit of the unfinished episode, parts of the episode of the Rescue Bots musical episode. I was on the secondary part of the McFeely and Sorensen. Now thinking, I wonder, because Sorensen doesn't appear out of nowhere. I'm sure that if they ever see him again, I will be ready that he will like suddenly dig out the first script of Transformers where they're simply cyber cops out of the trash can in New Jersey or somewhere. Do this like a Transformers version, like Transformers History Indiana Jones. So yeah, I was on the Gary Chalk thing. I remember when I met Gary Chalk, I was like so distressed I couldn't talk. I was like, You are the monkey man from my childhood. You are the robot that does the... Of course, Gary was a really nice man. He simply was, oh, I'm just an average guy. I simply say words to a microphone. I still can't believe I met him. So yeah, I was at the final stuff. There was the Q&A. The TFNation 2022 was a really nice experience, even though for me I feel that for now it's the worst TFNation that I was at there. But of course I understand it. They need to like regroup after the plague. They need to get the wheels going back. The guests weren't the best choice of the guests, but like as I said, it's probably really hard to book some high-end celebrities. Sorry. It's probably really hard to book some like high-end celebrities for this stuff. But yeah, I love Transformers. It was really nice meeting all those people, getting stuff signed by them. Liz Rizzo, she played Alita in the Siege show. She was really nice. I don't know if I can talk about it, but she said that she played in a video game that's upcoming. And I remember that there was some info leaks about like Transformers Shine project that people from Halo, Bungie are working on. So I'm kind of hyped that they will show it. Do I have anything else to say? I probably do, but I will forget about it. So yeah, TFNation was great. Can't wait to see the 2023 one. Oh man, I got a bit sweaty. So yeah, Silver from the Past. Can you now talk about toys that we bought there? There were some really cool toys.
Hi guys, Silver from the Past. I'm recording now stuff that I got at TFNation since I really want to clean my room, and when I start like moving all the stuff that I got into the proper positions, I will forget what I got. So yeah, let's just kinda move around. I have the toys around me and I will simply bring them in onto the camera as I talk about them. Knowing life, this segment is going to be like stitched onto a bigger video where I talk about TFNation experience and stuff. So first stuff on my left is okay, we're starting with something big one. It's Legends Overlord. I got him from Max and Me Love Toys, and it was an sorry, just let me move a bit since I need to scatter around the camera. He was like 50 quid from what I remember, and it was kind of like a lightning in a bottle situation. I was already getting a bunch of toys from Max for a friend of mine, so I was kind of like, screw it, I will buy it now or I will buy it never. I was even kind of scared that he's so cheap because he's missing the other headmaster, but thank god he was simply chilling in the tank compartment. But yeah, this Overlord is great. It's a really nice side grade to the Titan's Return one. I like him, and for sure I will display him alongside the Titan's Return version, since you know the Titan's Return one is supposed to be Overlord from IDW, while this is Overlord from Japanese G1. They are like two completely different characters. I even tested, by the way, I didn't ever see anybody talk about, but you can form the Terra Overlord from having Japanese and American version, so it's really nice that I could do it. Maybe now I can like show some less professional oh shit, a wasp is flying around this room. Damn. So yeah, that's Overlord, he's great, and as I said, a wasp is near me. Please fly away. So yeah, let me just check how the recording is going. Maybe I will try to like scare away the wasp. Just give me a second. Next up we have simply a baggie of small dudes. They weren't 10 quid and they weren't from Max and Me, but I just don't remember the name of the seller. They were simply like set up with a whole bag of like small toys for £1. So I simply like, oh, I love me some small dudes. We have a bunch of Arms Microns from Prime, and I love them. Here is Giga, from what I remember is his name. Their name, since it's... Never mind. Giga. This is like the Fire Flame version. Of course, they're sadly already all stickered up, and I'm scared of the quality of those stickers, but I don't mind. Giga. Pinpointer for my Leadfoot. I was actually planning on selling Leadfoot and buying him with Pinpointer already, but hey, since I got a Pinpointer for £1, I think I will keep him. I don't remember this dude. I just got him because I remember it's kind of funny that his only non-translucent piece are his thighs. So one day all of this is going to like destroy itself and we'll be simply stuck with two toys. Next up is, I don't know if, I think his name is like Makeshift. Sorry, I don't remember the name of all the minicons in existence, but he's a part of like a 12 pack, I think. So one day I will have an extra for sale since I really want to get that pack. But yeah, there's him, all nice and dandy. Two members of the Street 6 Speed something team from Armada. I think its name is Igu, the Vehican blaster drone. That's like a iguana. Really great design, I really like it, and though some stickers are a bit peeling. And a clear version of Iroh, who was Ironhide's Arms Micron that turns into his cannon. It's a where's the head? Oh, he's like a Jolly Rancher or some other type of gummy bear. I think that we should go next for ID Toys. From ID Toys I got Cyberverse Thunderhowl. He was complete in box. I do have his effect and the head of McAdams, but I already put them somewhere other, and I really don't want to like move them since I'm a tad lazy. He's a really good toy. I love his design. Like, there is even this gimmick of like, I mean, the transformation scheme makes like his whole wolf back simply split into this like cowl or a cape. It's a really smart design, and I think I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it a lot here, since I want to keep him for a proper review, maybe a Halloween special. I think also from ID Toys I got Thunderhoof. He was my last purchase of the TFNation. I simply had like 10 quid in my wallet, and I just wanted to buy something for it, since, you know, I won't put I will have no use for that money for the next year. And also Thunderhoof is kinda rare. Like, I sometimes see him on Polish auction stores, but it's simply nice to have this mafioso bastard in his tractor form. I love it. From ID Toys also, well, technically it's not mine. It was a freebie given away to people that bought something, but this was given to me by sorry, I don't remember your name, but it was I met really many nice people on TFNation this year. I probably talk about it in the main part of this video, but yeah, he just gave me Core Class Megatron, and I kinda like this Megatron. I think I'm now thinking about buying Optimus to go with him, but I also want to get another Megatron to custom him into Zaron, since like Zaron was already based on Megatron, so being like a smaller max would scale him well. Next up we have, actually I don't remember who I got this from, but it's Transformers Adventure Bloody Knockout. I really like this mold. I really like those colors, and the joke was simply that I was supposed to like go around with the instruction sheet for him and ask people, hey, what's the name of this toy? And since they are British, they say Bloody Knockout, and it's all funny. And actually it did happen a few times. It was really fun. I like this mold. I love this weapon. Like flails, I think. I don't know how it's in English. It's a weapon that should really be used more in Transformers. And it's just nice to have Knockout in this nice smoky grey. Love it. After that we have Kapow, I think. They had a mint in sealed box, complete Vector Prime. Getting him was one of my quests this year, like one of my goals. He's really lovely, he has all the bits, he has the arrow, he has the key. It's just simply nice to have Vector Prime and like better paint job. Of course the American release is also really nice, but no, it's simply like it levels him up from 8 out of 10 to 10 out of 10. Also I bought him with the idea that here in Poland I can sell the normal Vector Prime for a good price, like half of the price they paid for this, which is like, I don't want to say it, but it was like 45 quid. What do you do? What don't you do for love? But yeah, like at least half of this I can sell the normal Vector in Poland. So yeah, this is the Galaxy Force Vector Convoy. No, I think he was still Vector Prime. He's great, I love him. But yeah, he has a small issue. For some reason, this release has a thicker sword handle. I don't know if I can show it on the camera. But yeah, the sword handle is thicker, so he can't firmly grasp it. And I'm kind of scared of like shaving it down or something. So it flops off really easily. Next up we have this fanzine. This was from a dude that sold, at least it was on his stand that he sold like the third-party 3D printed upgrade kits. He was a really nice person. We talk about a bit like, I remember him, he talked about how he color matches all of the Oh wow! I never saw this page. The pages glued each other, so I never saw it. Oh, so it's nice that you can like see all the credits for everyone that made it. They are great. Oh, G-Works Toys. That was his name. He was great. I really wanted to buy some upgrade kits from him, but kind of didn't have time. There's also like a pro story. We'll need to read this. Oh yeah, this is the instruction of bloody knockout. It was so funny. Next up, the lady that voiced Alita 1 in the Netflix trilogy, she signed me this. It's really nice. She was a really nice lady. I'm kind of sad that she only played in this, like Transformers related media. I really hope that, well, I don't know if I can say it. I don't want to get her in legal troubles, but she did mention that there is a that she played in a Transformers video game that's coming. And from leaks, we all know that like Halo guys are doing a Transformers video game. There's a toy line upcoming that's codenamed Transformers Shine. So yeah, this is a really nice print. Of course, she gave them away for free. I'm going to put it in a nice little not envelope. What's the word? Frame. That's the word. Here is Gary Chalks. With him, it was a little controversy how he took 20 quid for signing and like, oh, whoa. Of course I get it, it's probably his agent told him to do it, but at least they, like, TFNation team talked it out, so we each got a free print and a free photo. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it in the main video, but I was so giddy meeting Gary Chalk, I simply couldn't speak. I was like... But yeah, I'm kinda sad he took money for payment, since I had a lot of stuff for him to sign. But that's a living. I just hope that, you know, next time a TFNation member informs us that things are going to get signed, I would save a bunch of space transferring my stuff. Next is Space Bridge, I think was the name of the seller. He's like the one that comes with a bunch of glass cases full of GoBots and stuff. And for 90 quid he sold me Baldigus. This purchase was kind of like, I do it now or never type thing. Even though he's missing two guns, Movo and Shatla and Hepta are missing the two smaller guns, and Doreila is missing his chestplate piece and the ramp. The combined mode it still looks good, and as I said, it's kind of like I have Black Convoy, I have all other Reed guys, and I'm so close to completing the whole cast except Brave Max, since I will probably never have money to get him. I just simply needed to get this. But yeah, now I'm kind of a wild goose chase. If anyone would have the guns and for them and the chestplate and the ramp for sale, please, I would be really interested. But yeah, this toy is great. It like, I never expected the G1 combiners to be so fun, but there's something so nice and chunky, especially since my only interaction with the G1 combiner mode was a small bootleg blast-off that I showed on my Twitter. And I was so weirded out when I took out Shotla and he was much bigger. But yeah, this toy is really fun, and I still need to get the Unite Warriors version. But that's simply because, I also want modern interpretations. I love car robots and Reed. It's simply great. I'm sorry if you hear church bells. It's a thing that they do here. Okay, now let's move on to Toifu, where I spent most of my... Well, I bought the most things on Toifu, not spent most of my money. First, we have some small guys. It's the Perceptor team from Energon. Well, I did have Shershock already, but I bought Grinder and Highwire, especially to complete them. They keep the same energy as the Armada release, like a small cute bunch of little robot men and a woman. Fun fact, actually, it's probably just an accident and miscommunication, but I think that Grinder, Sershak, she's referred with male pronouns in the bio of this release. So yeah, trans representation for the win. Here we have Highwire. With Highwire, actually, the first Highwire that I bought, he was missing this wheel, so I need to go to the Toyfu guys, and they were so nice, and they simply like let me Frankenstein a complete Highwire from many different parts. They were great. Well, Shell Shock, I already had them for a long time. It's kind of a silly alt mode, like this little hovercraft. And I was really surprised by Shell Shock. Sorry if I confuse their names. Like it's really hard to learn the Armada incarnation, so now also going with the Energon ones. Yeah, it's so cute. The combined mode is a bit... it's hard to say. It's like... How does it go? It's like this... Sorry if I'm building it wrong now. It's hard to focus on the camera and the combiner. It's something like this. It's like a really weird and lanky humanoid. Of course the head should be normal, but it's a nice... I like that they kept the concept of, like, they simply took Armada Perceptor and they like evolved him like a Pokemon. Oh yeah, I also want to say that I'm 100% sure that these days Cell Shock, I mean Grinder himself would be sold as like a core class. This feels like a core class toy. Next on the Toyfu stuff we have Dabacross and Highwire from the Legends release. I have the box, it's all complete. I got him because I much prefer this deco, and I wanted to get Highwire for my Blur, and he was like 20 quid, so it was really nice. But one of the sad things about being a Transformers fan that wears glasses is that it was really hard to identify what Toyfu had at the back of the storage space. But yeah, I got him, really nice. Next up we have the Cybertron release of the Team Street Speed 6 Race Scar Squad. I don't remember their names, they're like Oval, Backstreet and Reach Around or something dumb, but they are really cute, even though one of them transforms with like having C-shaped clips in like this part of the car, so I'm so scared that it's going to simply snap one day. Next up we have Gunhog, and I'm really sorry, I don't remember the name. I bought them just because I got the multi-pack of the Micromasters that had Barricade and Hyperdrive, so I wanted to like finish out the team. It's nice that they at least let us finish one team. I'm kind of, especially since this is like a special team, they were like the only team of the Micromasters released in Japan that were considered Decepticons. So it would be interesting if they ever did like a Metro Titan with him, but you know, the casts, we probably don't have the money for that these days. Oh well, that's living. Next up is this small Optimus Prime. I think his name's like OP Blaster or something. I just loved I think you may notice that I really like the Arms Microns weapon guys. It's simply like they are minicons but on a massive budget, and you can see it with the much simpler transformations. It would be like a gun that goes beep, 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 beep. I also got Optimus, since now I can finish one of the combo weapons that goes with like Bulkhead and Bumblebee. Next up is, yeah, Transformers Adventure Strong Arm. Got her like literally as they took her out on Toyfu. She didn't even get her price tag, but I already just got her since I wanted her so much. Sadly, she is missing her gun, but I can do. She was only 14 quid, and I got her mostly since, like, in my headcanon, she's the daughter of Ironhide and Chromia. I already took some pics of that on my Twitter, which, by the way, you should really check out. So yeah, she is really nice. I like her. Next up we have Titan's Return Wheelie with some stickers. I really wanted to get him. By the way, this slingshot wasn't in the set. It was 3D printed. I got it like 3 years ago, and it was waiting for a proper wheelie to arrive to me. I got him because I really hate the Studio Series 86 wheelie, and it simply feels nice to have a proper wheelie. Now he's sitting on my Nord the Sharkticon and riding him, since they are best buds. And let's finish it off with Transformers Collectors Club Dion. This is one of my stupidest purchases, but like, they are making a new Orion. I mean, I already have the Titans Return Orion packs, and I really wanted to have like all the pre-war dudes. I have Orion, so I have Dion. Also, dude comes with... oh, he's gonna fall. Oh, shit. Dude comes with Copter, and you know I'm a sucker for GoBots references, so it's nice to have him in Micromasters. So yeah, knowing life, they will probably do a new Dion, like in a year or something, but it's probably going to be bad and made from Studio Series Cap or Wheelie. But yeah, I'm really happy with this Dion. I like him. He's for sure going to sit on my shelf. Now I just need to get an Ariel. So yeah, that was all the stuff that I got on this year's TFNation. I really don't have any plan. I just maybe it will now return to the normal part of the video, or it will end. So thank you for watching if it ends. But if it's still recording, watch it further. Bye.
Thanks, Silver from the past. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check on social media, and I'm just said, I'm sorry that this video is a tad tilted, but that's a living.